What's your financial goal?
You want more money? Turn what you know into dough. Start hanging out with the people who have it. You create wealth on your own terms. It is not only your rights, but your duty to build wealth.
You are fiscally fabulous,
and it's time to enjoy your legacy.
You're listening to Fiscally Fabulous with Dr. Teresa R. Martin, Esquire, a podcast that aims to provide you with the tools, guidance, and encouragement you need to build your wealth, enjoy your wealth, and leave a lasting legacy. Dr. Martin is an accomplished attorney, speaker, business consultant, and real estate strategist, an all-around self-made success who provides highly sought-after expert consulting in the creation, growth, and maintenance of generational wealth.
I am so excited. This is another episode of Speaking with the authors of Push Beyond Your Limits. You know that we have this anthology book and we have some great tips and tricks in this book. And this is our author edition, introducing you to the authors behind Push Beyond Your Limits. So I have the great pleasure today of speaking with the twin power, Sandy and Natacha Ferrari. Yes, they are actually a part of the anthology book. Their topic is entitled Stand Firm When Life Throws You a Curveball. So I'm Dr. Teresa. You call me Dr. T, your favorite legal business and real estate strategist. And I am so excited to bring you these interviews. So I want you to dive in. I want you to ask questions on the website if you have them. And we definitely want to make sure we get your questions answered as we're talking about Push Beyond Your Limits. So, Sandy and Natacha, my first question I have for you is, we all know that life's curveballs can be daunting, right? Could you share an instance when you encountered a particular unexpected challenge? And if so, how did you maintain your determination and continue progressing despite all those odds?
Okay, let me pick the one that, I used to work in the real estate industry upon graduation from college. Of course, everything was doing so well that Sandra and I purchased a property in 1999. And anyway, okay, so in 2008, when the real estate market crashed,
Hold on 1 second.
one day, and
Hold up 1 second. We have feedback. There's two mics going on.
I muted it.
Yeah, why don't you turn it up? Yes, much better. Okay, so let's start from the question. I'm going to start from the question all over again, and then we can just kick it from there, okay? All right, we all know that life's curveballs can be daunting. Could you explain and share with us an instance when you encountered a particular unexpected challenge? And if so, how did you maintain your determination to continue progressing despite all those odds?
What a great question, Teresa. I will start. This is Sandra. I'm one of the co-authors, and my sister's with me here, Natacha. Basically, in 2008, Natacha and I would live together. We own our own place of residence together. And 2008, during the economic crisis that the country faced, she was, without any warning, she was let go. She was fired. She was dismissed. I can tell you, we were not expecting this. She was working. We're both working. We're young, making money. And this was far from our minds. It really threw us off guard. There was no, I don't know how to describe this. It is really a curveball when you get hit and you're like, what do I do? Do I move back? Do I move forward? Do I go up? Do I go down? And at that moment, I can tell you, for me, on a special level, it affected me in a way that I just couldn't accept it. It took me a moment to understand that although it's part of life, I couldn't accept it. I honestly couldn't accept it. It was really hard. And on top of it, I see Natacha sitting here every day. She was sending resumes, couldn't get a job. I was reeling. I was mad. I was angry with everyone, with the world. And I had to, how do I get over it? I had to change my entire being, my entire thinking to get over this bump, this obstacle, this curveball. It took me a while to get through to it.
And And when you mention it, and you, Sandy, I can resonate with that, right? Because you're going good, you're doing what you need to do, you're maintaining your credit, you're paying your bills, and then all of a sudden, something beyond your control, like a termination or a mortgage crisis or whatever happens, now you have to reset yourself, and now you have to find the fortitude to actually continue, overcome despite those obstacles. Because guess what? The bill's still the bills. They're not giving you no forgiveness, right? The bank still needs, to be paid the mortgage and all that. So despite all that, I'm very happy to know that you guys just had that fortitude to move forward. So with that, we do also know that resilience, right? So we talk about women, and resilience often defines successful entrepreneurs. And in your chapter, you talk about standing firm in the face of adversity. So could you provide a glimpse of the strategies that you present that can help readers navigate through turbulent times?
So pretty much, of course, Cindy was in despair. I'm sending my resumes every day and nothing was happening because we know how the market was. Anyway, so I said to her, you know what we have to do? We had a meeting and I said, we have to stop blaming each other. The blame game has to end and we have to get something right. So we pretty much had to change our mindset, realizing, okay, let's stop the blame game. And we remember our mentor, Dr. Teresa Martin, from when we did a lot of research and we ended up, we have to join your local area. We did. And we remember our mentor always said to us, ladies, don't just rely on your W-2s. You got to have more than one stream of income. So we started doing research on how to get different streams of income because as of this point, I don't have a W-2 anymore.
Absolutely. So that involves learning, being coachable, and learning, accepting the fact that we needed help. And by seeking help from not only our mentors, our coaches, our peers, other people that were going through the same kind of crisis as we were. And we took some classes. We took a class with Richard Pordad after reading his book. We also, like Natacha stated, we joined you, Dr. Martin, your RIA, which was exceptional. And another factor that a lot of people don't mention, it's networking, right? Networking through RIA and through various channels enable us to actually purchase our first. And we had our first real estate property as our own, but I'm talking about business, entrepreneurial ship, where we actually purchased our first investment property was through RIA via networking. It's such a tool that one cannot dismiss that. Networking is important in one's life because you could use other members in RIA, other people that come in, the vendors, all of those people are assets that are at the tip of your hand that you must make use of. And that we did.
And one of the things I want to just mention is that the twins, I call them twin power, the twins, they are really adept at networking. They have no problem, one, just welcoming people. And that's what it's about. It's really, when you're networking, it really is creating that whole environment that you're not trying to sell people stuff. You legitimately want to find out about people. And they have this ability to just, when you meet them, you think that you've been friends for like ever. That's just their superpower, one of their superpowers, okay? And so I just wanted to just give that little plug because they are really phenomenal independently and together. And so I'm going to basically now shift to the chapter, right? Because your chapter, you entitled your chapter, Stand Firm When Life Throws You a Curveball, which I love, okay? And that speaks to our unpredictable nature of entrepreneurship, right? And I want to know what inspired you to share your experiences in this regard, and what core message do you hope that the readers will take away after reading your chapter?
I realized, okay, I'm sure what happened to me during the real estate market crash didn't just happen to me. I'm sure other people had different times where either someone lost a job or someone got sick and they didn't have the income anymore. And they got to a point and they realized, oh, how are we going to do this?
You would lose your home.
You would lose your home.
And become homeless.
And for us, the worst part is at that time, I was making more. The two of us were paying the mortgage together. And I was making more money than Sandra. At that point, she's, oh, your income was higher than mine. We don't have it anymore. What are we going to do? I'm like, okay, we're not going to despair. We're children of God. And we always say God will provide as long as we do our homework. And we started doing that.
And the core message we wanted to relay primarily is that in adversity, there is always, you always have to take a moment to stop and think, be flexible, set goals. That's what you're so angry, you're mad, you're afraid, but take a moment really to readjust your thinking, your priorities, because in adversity, it's an opportunity. I see setbacks not as a sign of failure, but rather opportunities for growth, for a way to reinvent yourself, like a discovery of hidden talent. We never knew we could do this. If it wasn't for 2008, quite frankly, Dr. T, there's no way we would have gotten involved in investing in properties or being members of RIA or learning. We have learned so much in the last decade, in the last 15 years about real estate, that we are using some of those strategies in our own personal life or our own house. So I would say the core message is, please do not see setback as a failure. See it rather as opportunities for growth, reinvention, and discovery of hidden talents.
Join a community of like-minded female entrepreneurs and get peer-to-peer mentoring, profit accelerator optimization, financial literacy development, business education workshops, and a network of winning ladies. Generational Wealth Zone is for the go-getter female entrepreneurs dedicated to building wealth. At Generational Wealth Zone, we work with you, for you, and beside you and our Fiscally Fabulous members. EnjoyYourLegacy.com, 646-437-6003.
Wow. That's deep. You don't hit it like boom. It's really awesome. Yeah, I'm saying and we all know that life always is going to throw us curveballs, and we really need to navigate. And what I like about your chapter is that one of the things that people have to know in life, there's curveballs, in business, there's curveballs. However, they do intertwine and intersect, right? Because your personal will always intersect with your business and vice versa. Understanding how to stand firm during those challenging times is really important, and it's a skill set that we need to actually endeavor. But now that we talked about that part, now we can also talk about overcoming those challenges with that unique blend of mindset and strategy, right? So
Definitely.
Because you need both, right?
Yes.
So could you offer a preview of the actionable advice that you provide readers who may be struggling with unexpected setbacks in their journey?
The first thing one needs to do is have a positive mindset, because it is very easy to be negative, because you're like, okay, what did I do wrong? What did I go wrong? What did I do? Could I have done something different? A lot of times it's not about you, because when the stock market crashes or the real estate market crash, the company that you work for is just trying to meet their bottom line. So they just look at whoever was making the most money and they just let you go. So it's not you per se that did anything wrong. So the first thing we need to do is change our mindset. Have something positive. Be positive. And when we say you make new goals, but you don't just make any goals. They have to be smart goals. And Dr. T always tells us, smart, specific, measurable goals, achievable, relevant, and time based on just say, oh, I want to lose 15 pounds. By when? You have to have a specific date in mind. So just saying, oh, I have some goals. No, specific, smart goals. You start with a mindset. You make some nice goals. And you embrace uncertainty.
Yes, absolutely. That's a key word, Natacha. Embrace uncertainty. Accept that setbacks are normal. That's part of life. Instead of fearing the unknown, I would say, listen, focus on how you can adapt and learn from it. In addition, seek support. I know sometimes it's embarrassing when you feel like you're a failure to go ask, but let me tell you, through our journey, Natacha and I, we have spoken to you, Dr. T. I remember a time we spoke to you. I spoke to other members of the RIA. I speak to the coaches that we have paid for and said, listen, I'm not sure I know what I'm doing. I listen to the industry experts. I read and I verify. I know Paul from our RIA always giving us update. Whenever he says something, if I don't quite understand, I go and read more. I even write to him and said, you said this. What do you mean by that? So use your network. Take their guidance, because they will encourage you, which I have found. They always encourage us to take the next step. And also, listen, be ready to pivot your strategies, to change them. And you'll see on Facebook, we have pictures of us drinking wine. Every time we have a little victory, we celebrate. Yeah, I would say celebrate your progress. Even that's tiny, like one step. Listen, take a victory lap dance around the field.
If you enjoy wine, you have a glass of wine. The two of us will every now and then we'll have. We did this. We're not there yet, but every step of the way,
Celebrate it.
celebrate, and it makes you want to keep going.
Absolutely. So definitely keeping a mind, like a positive mindset, embrace the uncertainty, seek support from your network, stay agile, and celebrate. Because let me tell you, you are in charge, you are in control, and nothing will come your way that you are not going to be able to overcome.
Oh man, this is really, I'm really hoping that everyone out there is really looking forward to picking up their copy of Push Beyond Your Limits, because some of these stories are just mind-boggling and life-changing. Because inside, you're going to hear people who have overcome so much and where they were able to take those obstacles and just turn it on its head and do some remarkable things. And the twins are no exception. My last question I have for you ladies is that I know that turning challenges into opportunities is art. We know that, okay? Because it's easy to say, oh, you trick your mind and be positive and all this. And we know that sometimes it's easier said than done. So we do know that it's an art. But can you shed some light on how embracing life's curveballs has transformed your perspective and also contributed to your success as women in entrepreneurship and real estate?
When you say that, it makes me think of a Thomas Edison quote. He says, I have not failed. I found 10,000 ways that do not work. And that to me says a lot. Because a lot of times we're trying to do something, because you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to do something new. And every step of the way you're getting setbacks. And some of us get discouraged. But when I think of that quote, I said, wait, but I haven't failed. It's just a setback. It's a challenge. That means I'm getting somewhere. So I take that setback and I use it as a lesson so that I can continue with my progress.
Absolutely. I just wanted to add that by embracing life's curveballs, what I have myself learned personally, instead of seeing them as barriers, I see them as stepping stones. I said, here, click. I took my finger. I remember when I was little, I used to play. I don't know if you ever play like Marble of the Kid. It's an obstacle in front of you. Guess what? Click. And it's a stepping stone. You can take charge. Do not let it hinder your progress. And find the silver lining in any and every situation. Because guess what? It's always going to be out there. It's either you stay put, or you run back, or you go forward with this new mindset, with the stepping stone and the silver lining that's being presented to you, and make the best out of it. And this is how Natacha and I have gotten so far today. And even now, look at that, we're writing a book. Who would have thought? So listen, every obstacle, every barrier, it's how you see it and take action. So don't just say, I'm going to do it, but definitely stand up and take action. Just like the song, stand up, stand up, stand up. Seriously, stand up and take that step. Let me tell you, you'll be amazed how far you can go.
Love it. I love it. And I just heard your singing skills. Maybe first time now it's the book. Next time we're going to have to put it on some tracks. And I got to make them.
Absolutely. Just like that, stand up. Just like that, stand up. Just like that. Yeah. Do as I do. Stand up.
Seriously. Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things, this is one of the things that I love about you guys, your personality, your really lightheartedness, just fun to be around. So I want to thank you for joining me on this author series, Meet the Authors of Push Beyond Your Limits. And for everybody out there who's listening and have not yet picked up your book of Push Beyond Your Limits, you want to go to enjoyyourlegacy.com. There you will meet the authors. You will meet Sandra and Natacha Ferrari. You will get to see what they're about, see their bios, and get a glimpse into who they are. But Push Beyond Your Limits, how to develop your grit, your drive, your hustle to make your entrepreneurial goals a success. That is the mission of this book. And the book is a collection of lessons from thought leaders and entrepreneurs who actually experience obstacles and fear while trying to pursue their dreams. So while each individual shares a love for entrepreneurship, they all come from different walks of life and have diverse business backgrounds. So you really want to pick up this book, delve into the lives of these entrepreneurs and see what setbacks they had, how they overcame them, and how you can too. So that's our time. But thank you so much for This is Dr. Teresa Martin, and I am your legal, business, and real estate strategist, and I am just elaborated and inaugurated and all the words that I can't even pronounce to have Sandy and Natacha Ferrari on this episode. But I'm excited. So is there any last minute words that you want to leave with the audience and why they should pick up Push Beyond Your Limits?
I would say if you want to make a change, this is the third. We are at the end of the third quarter of the year. It's not over. It's not too late to make a difference in your own life. I would say pick up this book, read it, look at the experiences that all of us, the co-authors, have gone through and have come up successful. You can too. So please pick up that book today and start reading it. And don't forget to leave us a review, a beautiful, positive review. And I'm counting on you. And next time, you'll be the one here, and I'll be listening to your story.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies. And that is our time. Go to enjoyyourlegacy.com, enjoyyourlegacy.com, and learn more about Push Beyond Your Limits. I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye now.
This has been Fiscally Fabulous with Dr. Teresa R. Martin, Esquire. If you would like to learn more on how you can build generational wealth and leave a lasting legacy, go to www.enjoyyourlegacy.com and be sure to subscribe. Thank you for listening. Until next time.